everybody. So today I am going to start this video with this thick sketch pen. I am going to make a flower. Very basic, easy flower that anybody can make. This is a 5-petal flower. I'm sure anybody can make it. Here goes the stem of this flower. This is the land where the flower is growing, and 2 big leaves. Very easy. Yeah, let me turn it this way so that everyone can identify with this flower. All right, so and again I'm taking my oil pastels. That's my favorite medium to work with. I am using my Artist oil pastels by Camel. Although you can start with any kind of oil pastels that you have with you, Camel, domes, any kind of oil pastels that you have, they're the best medium. If you want to learn painting, you should start coloring with oil pastels. So let's go. So the center, the circle, I'm going to work with yellow color. The petals I'm going to work with red color. Very easy combination. Even children's love to pick this particular combination whenever there is a flower. It has to be red in color. Leaves going to be green and the stem going to be brown. Easy, obvious colors. So let's start. What I'm going to do is, this is a flat oil pastel, not a wax crayon. Do not give these crayons to your children's hand. They create a lot of pressure. Children will develop pain over here. It doesn't come even. So the best medium to work with is oil pastels. Oil pastels or pastels, whatever size, whatever brand you want to give your child, give that, but go with oil pastels. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to color this center. I'm not giving a lot of pressure over here. I'm just coloring it roughly. There is a lot of white space over here, but we'll work towards it. Then I'm taking this deep red color that I have with me. I'm going to color it again. Keeping it flat, I'm just filling up the petals. Try to work in one direction. Don't go like, don't change the direction of your coloring. That is what I tell my students all the time. Don't go like this and then do this and then do this. Just follow one direction and work towards it. Whichever direction you want to. And as I say that you need to follow a direction when you are working with oil pastels. Don't give your child your direction. Let them identify how they want to color it, how they want to. Some kids love to do with their colors in a spiral manner. Some loves to work in a diagonal manner. So don't change that method. Just pick up that method and ask them to work in that direction only. Then the stem with brown color and the leaves with green color. Here you go. Easy. Now what I'm going to do is, this is how a child will color. Most of us do start our coloring in this manner only, which is fine, which is perfectly fine. If your child is doing this, appreciate that. You have to appreciate that first, and then only you can teach him or her. Otherwise a child will refuse to learn. Then what I'm going to do is, this is yellow. I took a deep yellow. I'm taking a 1 tone darker color. It could be in form of orange or in brown, because I'm going to shade it. So I'm going with orange. This is deep yellow basically. And now I'm going to work with the edge of the oil pastel only in one direction, on the half side of the circle. Do not apply a lot of pressure on these oil pastels, they're very soft. Now I'm going to take one tone lighter, this is light yellow, and I'll start filling it up on the other side. So as you can see, I have blended these three colors to create this effect. Now I'm going to take brown color, and just on the darker side of the circle, I'm going to give a light tone of this brown. Yeah. So this part is completed. Now we're moving on to the leaves. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to take light pink over here. So with this pink, I'm going to work again. See, you have to follow the same method. If we are applying the darker over on this side, everywhere the dark has to be on this side. Don't change the direction of light. Use of light, the effect of light in your drawing and in your shading. I'll be creating one more YouTube video wherein I'll be teaching how to judge and use the effect of lights in your drawing so that they look balanced and beautiful at the same time. Yeah. So just a basic lines, I created some basic lines with this pink color around the circle to create one tone, and then I'm moving on to one tone darker than this pink, which could be purple or rose pink or deep red, whichever effect, whichever color tone you want to create. This I'm using only on the half part of this petal like this. So I'm following the same pattern. Here I'm using the darker color. Now I'm leaving this portion and using the darker tone on this side. Now as you can see, I'm not touching the black lines because like I created the dark brown color, I'm going to use a darker shade on this edge. So the darker pink, deep pink has been done. Now to give some little reflection, I'm going to use white over here. I'm blending the light pink, the deep red which was at the base, and the pink color with this on the side of the flower. Yeah. And as I told you earlier also, I am not changing the direction in which I am working. I am working like this with my crayon. I'm not changing the direction of the crayon. Alright, so this is done. Now finally, what I'm going to do is again the same deep red color which I used for the base. I am going to use on the edges. So I'm going darker on this side and I'm keeping this petal light on the other side. Now to finish this flower, I am taking my orange crayon, oil pastel. This is vermilion hue, and I'm putting just a hint of vermilion here. And now I'm taking the skin color. What do we call the skin color? This is light orange as it reads. So I'm going to blend it with this light orange. After this, again, I am going to take the light pink shade which I used initially and blend it. You can do this with white color also, because we have used white over here. Let's see what happens if we use white. It will become a little more shinier. Yeah. Alright, so the flower is done. For the stem, I have used the darker brown. Now I'm using yellow ochre to fill it up. And for the leaf, I am going with leaf green, the lighter green, working on the inner line. And for this one, this is another tone of light green which I'm using. And then I'm taking some sap green and working on the edges of these leaves. And once this is done, this I call as the base, rough base. To finish it off, I'm taking the lightest green that I have and I'm going to start blending it up with this color. That's it, giving little texture to the base. Being it sand, again I'm going to use yellow ochre for the sand and some dark brown. And then even burnt sienna kind of texture color if you have. Here you go. If you want, you can further blend it. I don't like to see any kind of these white spots in my drawing when I'm using oil pastels. So just to cover these up, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a crayon. Here I used light pink for the base, so I'm using light pink, and I'm going to blend this. Use this light pink to work with my oil pastel and fill up the white gaps over here. Normally people use tissue paper or cotton. I don't like to use those because somehow they take up the shine from the painting. They'll blend, they'll look good in a picture, but when you have that painting in your hand, There's no shine in that. There's no life to the painting, I'll say, if you removing the textures from here. Similarly, for the leaf, I'm using light green, filling up the white spots or places created which were left out, like this. There you go. So it's a very easy flower created with oil pastels, which everyone who loves to work with colors or painting, every one of you must be having it. Try to use similar tones when you're initially working with your shades. Never color with one single color. Always use two colors for shading. All right, thank you so much. Try this technique, post your pictures in the comment section, subscribe my channel. Bye.